Cubes. Ah, cubes. Hey, everybody. How's it going? Um, if you'd asked me an hour ago if I had planned on streaming tonight, I would have said no. Um, I was trying to go do a release draft at our shop, but uh, we did not have enough people to fire a draft, so now we're drafting here. Yeah. It's Friday. It's time to do some more Lord of the Rings drafting. Uh, Thank you for the sub, Anthony Garnstrom. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks to COVID era, I stopped going to my local shop, and then I've only been back there a couple times recently, but the player base has definitely like it used to be like we'd have enough folks for like two drafts, two pods on a night back in like 2018, 2019. But I think a lot of folks left during COVID, and I don't know how many of them came back. So, anywho, uh, I mean myself included, right? I've only been there, I think, 3 times in the last year, so that, that's just how it be. Um, anyway, what that means is we're gonna be doing some Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle Tales. I keep I would say from, but it's not from Tales of Middle Earth, and we're gonna do some drafting. I'm gonna try to get 2 in tonight. If we have one that goes like 7-2 and forever, we might not, but I just assume we'll have time for 2 drafts tonight. So, yeah. I still want to draft and kind of see how black works as a color. I don't think I've played black yet in this format. Just kind of strange. I know, like, I gravitate towards, like, black, white, and weirdly enough, it's like black, white, Gruul, and Boros are the 3 that I feel like I gravitate towards most in a draft format. But I haven't touched black yet in this. So, that's sort of the thought, but we're obviously going to see where the waves take us. Let's go ahead and get moving in. We had our fun draft yesterday. Mono white 4-color, very silly. Rakdos has looked very consistent out of opponents. There was that opponent we had who had the Moria double striker who draws you a bunch of cards. Whose deck was like 2 drops and nothing else. I'm like, that seems well, yeah, you got it, plus. So, Orcish Bowmasters, I think currently is the 2nd most expensive. I think the Ring finally took it over. As of late, I'll have to take a look at the numbers again. So, Orcish Bowmasters here, at worst case, is a 1-1, a second 1-1, and then a ping, because it does its effect on come into play or when your opponent draws. And one of the things that makes this card so wildly strong within the format itself is, as I mentioned earlier, everyone has access to looting because everyone has access to the ring. So, and the looting is not optional. So, well, anyway, looks like black is what we're looking at. I'm interested in Vanguard, Temptation, Fire. Those are, I think, the 3. Oh boy. All right. Let's do it. let's ride. There's an FTK in here too. There's bats. There's actually a lot of black and red that I like in here. Foray of Orcs is obviously real. Marauder. So we see there's an uncommon missing. So they must have decided they didn't want to commit to like a double red card on one, might have been it, or maybe there was an uncommon that like one of the multicolored uncommons I could see that are like powerful, or like there's a number of cards that I could understand not picking over like a double red. That's a little bit of a hefty commitment. There's also like a lot of red in this pack. Foray of Orcs, Rohirrim, Rally are all like playable. I'm gonna go ahead and force this though. We're gonna push that in. All right, so we've got Swarming, Haunt, Torment. I think this card is actually much better than earlier evaluations, because thinking of it as like a powerful disciple of Phoenix makes me really like how much this does. Like, Disciple of Phoenix was a quite playable card at 1/3. This is a 2/2, and it might have haste. Fire Leaper, Haunt. Haunt is fine. Fire Leaper, I'm not sure how much I care about. It, like, on death, hits a creature for its power, so, like, it is a use for mana. I don't know if that's exactly what I want here, but I think I'm fine picking it up. Yes, Marauder is combat damage, so we don't get the machine gun. Grab that. Alright, Gothmog. This gives Death Touch to your creature tokens, which also makes, oh god, the colors in here are really strong, because, Dylan here, this bird, is one of the cards I really like in black. Because it's effectively that blue common, but flipped around. The blue common from March, the one that was a 2/2 that made a 1/1. This is a 1/1 that makes a 2/2. 2/2 might haste in some way. Mortar Muster is obviously really fine. Kind of like this, especially in red, it's more likely because we might find other creature tokens, and if we can have like the human tokens having Death Touch, that's also a really nice like addition. Lash, yeah, Rally at Hornburg specifically is the card I'm thinking of, which would be the pick here if it wasn't for Lash. Lash here is fly, you fools. We're seeing good cards still coming around. Banish, Trickery, and are all like good. But Lash is also really good here. Feel like this means that I can definitely support the colors we're in. Book of Marzabul. Rohirrim Lancer. I might be underestimating this card. I had it kind of low on my thoughts, but like it might be a lot better than I thought. We also have Nasty End, which works well with the kind of token generation stuff going on in here. I think Book is fine. Oliphant, Orcish Medicine, Sam's Desperate Rescue. This actually might be the pickup. Book of Marzabul is the book the Fellowship finds in Moria. Oh, the book that they read at the grave. Oliphant would be good here too. Okay. I remember the scene and I remember the book. I don't specifically recall that. Okay, we get Knife One, Nasty End, Crusher. Nasty End is a card I think I want a couple copies of in this deck, especially in the black-red setup. I want to be able to have sack outlets for like small amassed and like tokens. So I feel like this is a card I'm okay getting. We are going to want to pick up a good amount of creatures to fill this out with. Coral's End I'm fine with. Casting the Fire is also fine to have a one of in here. I don't care about Fire of Orthodox here. Is Helm's Deep? Take one cast in the fire. Black Breath. Relentless Rohirrim is fine. This is actually a good body that tempts. And like tempting is actually quite this is a good sack outlet. This is a good like body to have around for cards like Nasty End. It recurs very easily. We're just gonna take the envelope. We're not playing that. Okay, blue looks like it's the... I don't want to get a fire for the board. Okay. Alright. Battle. That's fine, whatever. Ooh, Golem Patient Planner. This is also another good, like, sack outlet that also continuously gets the ring upgraded. It also is just flat, a Blade of the First Pride Golem here is. So, like, this is incredibly good for not only being aggressive, but being a cheap legend, for being a cheap sack outlet. Yeah, this is easily the card I'm here for. Battlesword Goblin and Haunt are cards that would be really good. Yeah, if we ended up with like a Nazgul or something like that, or like Nazgul is a card that we would probably pick pretty highly because we do have a number of we have a couple temp things and we're kind of building towards that, and that card is already just strong on its own. Oop, okay. Fire foes versus Smite. Looks like that's the choice here. I think in the abstract, Fire foes does more because this can splash damage. Obviously, it's a little bit more expensive. It's tough. This is more efficient at what it does, and it's gonna knock out anything like from like 4 mana lower. Oh, Foray of Orcs. Ooh. I almost like Foray of Orcs more than Fire. I mentally had thought that was just like a copy of like Orthodox again. Not sure on that. That's 3 different. Hey Tom, 3 different choices. We can pick up a Shire Terrace, or we can pick up Troll. Troll is like fixing. Having one of this is fine. Shire Terrace. The color requirements are just... Again, Moria Marauder's got to be a little hard because it has, like, these color requirements. Might want to hide more of my... Like, get a little bit more of the power going on in there. But Troll of Khazad-dûm is also, like, end-of-the-game level threat. Like, really hard to block, really hard to deal with. I'm gonna take the Shire Terrace and try to give ourselves more. Okay, Smite the Deathless. Torment is also a card I'd extremely pick up here, but I think Smite's a little more powerful as a flexible kill spell. Hopefully we see another copy of Torment. I want like 1 or 2 for the deck. Haunt's also fine if it came around. This is like a Grave Hate bit, like creatures, opponent's creature deaths exile instead, and then it has like a full exile. It's like interesting orb. Okay, I like the way we're kind of shaping up. Okay, now I get my choice at the Troll again, though I'm also, like... Legendary has mass. Okay, Berserker also is nice. More tempting means more, like, getting up towards the... Like, I want to be able to get that up towards high end. Again, I think I want 1 copy of Troll, but I'm not gonna... Okay. Nasty End, Gorbag. Gorbag's okay. I don't, like, trust Gorbag a lot. This is obviously a bear with upside, but a lot of the times I'm not really, like, wanting to sack for that effect. Rally is also really good here because we have Gothmog, which gives creature tokens Death Touch, meaning these are 1/1 Death Touchers with haste. Don't know if that's better than Gorbag. I'm gonna trust in that synergy. Mirkwood Bats, okay. Mirkwood Bats gets better with the, almost take the red 2/2 more. That's also a choice in there. I might be overvaluing this, but now that I have the Bats, I feel a little better on that too, because now we have synergy with the Bats, which I'm fine having like a copy of in here. We could also pick Rohirrim. Knife Wound, another Haunt. Knife Wound is like... Oh, you meant over Gorbag. Okay. The choice I ended up with. Yeah, Gorbag, like, the ability is just, like, almost too expensive for, like, you get a card out of, like, your bodies. I'll take the Knife Wound. Like, that's a card that... Okay, I'll Tide Bacon. I don't care what I pick out of this. One knife wound is here in case we end up not getting like a flat murder, because we have Lash of the Balrog, we have Smite the Deathless, we have Foray of Orcs. I kind of want a little bit more removal than that for this to be finished up. Something like one copy of you know, Steel Precious, the murder. Take another copy of Sam's Rescue. Don't know how many of these will end up playing. We obviously need creatures for them to grab. But, like, being able to recur Bowmasters is going to feel stupid as hell. So, yeah, if we can get the Trebuchet, that'd be nice. The Trebuchet would be a good, especially with the amount of, like, Goblin and Orcs kind of just sitting around in here. One's an elf. But, like, the book. I'm going to put the Inherited up there. I'm probably not playing a second copy of this, but I'll pick it just to keep the color off. Really? Is that, like, just... Is that pacifism that expensive? Sam just grabs creatures. Okay. Now, the one you're thinking of that's permanent is, the Shire one. It's like green 1, pick up any permanent. Alright, so Improvised Club is something we don't have access to, which is like the reach to kill our opponent. Just sack a token, sack a thing, kill them. We also have another Lash. Things like Swarming and Quarrel's End Book are also like acceptable picks here. Because this is something we don't have, I'm feeling like this is the card I want here. The fact that this can go Dome, we've died to, I think, this card like 3 or 4 times, and like 2 or 3 of them, it was in a situation where like only that would have. Yeah, boss, you got it. Bitter Downfall is sad to pass here, because Bitter Downfall is really good. Obviously. This is like instant speed kill, deal damage. It can cost 1 if like a token popped it or something like that. But like, this works well with like... we don't have any like super massive ways to make that cheaper, but the fact that it hastes is what I'm after. What does this do? Sack any number of lands. Reveal the top X cards of your library. X is the number of land sacrifice. Choose any number of artifact or lands revealed this way. Put all non-lands in the battlefield. I don't care. Okay, never mind. Mortar Muster, Shelob's Ambush. Both look good. The fact that it's just artifact and lands means I don't care. Mortar Muster and Shelob's Ambush are both nice. Shelob's Ambush is a trick that's really hard to play around. Hey, buddy. I don't think King is splashable. Yeah, Avatar in the set is used for, like, the characters that are, like... I guess I'm not going to go into the Meyer stuff, but that are... I'm going to take the Troll. We don't have one of these. I've been kind of talking about having one of those. Okay, I'll take another copy of Golem. This is actually... Oh, it's kind of funky having 2 copies of this, but, like, I think the card's good enough to have 2 copies of. I might want that Haunt. Might want that Oliphant. But, like, the body on Golem is quite good. Okay, now I can get a Torment. That'll be nice. I think I value this reasonably. Finally, we get our Oliphant. Warbeing ain't bad, but I wanted like one of each of these if I was gonna have one, so like waiting on them to get them this late I think is nice. Battlescar Goblin is generically good. It's a 2 that is good at fighting. Do I have a Quarrel's End? No, I do want 1 copy of this card then. Golem sacking Golem to return Golem. I mean, Golem sacking Golem to return Golem would allow me to, like, easily just pay a bunch of mana to get up to... Oh, nice. Hey, Shredder, how you doing? What he hates, is it? It would let you get to ring 4, like, really quickly. Okay. Really like this low curve.
Very low to the ground.
Yeah.
Red heavy bar. Oh no, actually slightly black heavy.
Yeah,
Rakdos deck.
we started. It was Bow 1, Moria 2.
Sounds great.
Which yeah, and from here we've kind of gotten a couple other friends.
Mr. Durin's Bane.
Mm-hmm. There are, kind of funnily to me, there are 3 different Balrog cards, but only one of them is.
I was only aware of 2 of them.
Yeah, okay. One is in the set, one is in an EDH deck, and one is in the starter decks.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So, yeah, so the one in the starter decks is the one that got spoiled first, and like everyone was really annoyed at because it's like, wow, it's the Balrog and it's the worst power level I've ever seen, and then like a little while later people were like, oh, it's a starter deck card. Oh, no wonder it's the worst power level I've ever seen. You know, it's a
right.
Starter deck cards tend to be very.
They're starter decks.
They're starter deck cards. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just kind of what they are. Smite book, orcs, and then troll, and I can probably put in like second rally or second. What does my creature count look like? Actual 13. The reason I care about actual is if I want to put in a second copy of Sam's Desperate Rescue. The other card I would put in here would be just like Quarrel's End. Like, just a looting effect.
That's a weird, it's an interesting but kind of weird variant on this card that has been around for ages.
Mm-hmm.
Card neutral, but you get a 1/1 at 3.
Yep. Yeah, we've had a number of different variations. That sometimes you get a treasure token at this cost.
Yeah,
things like that. I feel like I'm able to go much. Yeah. I'm thinking about going down to 16 because we have 1 Oliphant, 1 Troll, and our curve is literally like infinite 2s. Yeah,
and that Balrog ideally shouldn't ever cost 7.
Yeah, we don't have.
How much sacrifice do you have?
Well, it's weird because it's all like gonna be neutral in cost.
Oh, it actually has like cost activation stuff.
Yeah, right. I don't have like some of the free sack outlets that would be like Grima would be a good one of those.
Yeah. Mr. Wormtongue.
I'm gonna play Terrace. That's gonna get in the deck. The reason I think it has to be in here is because of the double red on Marauder.
The dragon who is just too damn big was Ancalagon, I want to say, and the big motherfucker Balrog, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, treasures are the cards that make, Durin's Bane here really powerful.
Yeah.
Which we don't really have any of those, so...
Not only are they worth double, but it also means that they, take into account the colored mana cost already.
Yep. But yeah, this is in the deck. I'm just sitting here thinking what replaces the 17th land.
The cat absolutely just tried to eat from my meal.
Could be just copy of Cast in the Fire. Just having, like, small ping, or just having... Any of the cards on this page are all, like, fine 23rd level cards. Mirkwood Bats is a little better than that, but we don't have a lot of token generation other than Amass. So this is kind of just like a 2-3 flyer, which is, like, fine, but I feel like our curve is more low to the ground. Maybe that's still, like, okay to have. The problem is we don't have a lot of sacrifice again. We only ended up with, like, it's like Nasty End, Golem, and that's about it. Yeah, Shire Terrace is like a really cool Evolving Wilds. A cheaper Terminal Moraine. Or a more expansive Panorama. I'll put in a bat, see how it plays, and then we'll cut out a mount. Oh boy, this is... Okay, it's technically cut out a mountain. Oh yeah, we have 2 cyclers for lands as well, and these, like, we can just use aggressively for that. Alright. Let's see how this rolls out.
Cat's trying to steal my dinner.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. That's why I said that the bat was the 24th. But as a 24th, I'm willing to play it as that, so... Alright, we'll terrace. Goblin? Oh my god. Oh, are you ready for some bulls? Shit. Oh yeah, alright, okay. I'm sorry. Thanks.
That's rude.
That's
what
a
you
little,
just did was quite rude.
That's a little rude. It's fine. Alright, we have pretty hefty board position. Shelob's ambush. Oh my god.
Wait, hold on. When is the other trigger on Bowmasters?
So come in or your opponent draws anything but their first card in a turn.
I see. And specifically on their draw step, so it works on your turn, and if they draw anything.
Anything. If you play a Wheel of Fortune, the game ends.
Right. I feel like your opponent has a deck that's full of these, and against most people, that would be really good.
Uh-huh.
On a removal light format with a lot of evasion, that's great. You have the silver bullet.
So if I go... Uh-huh. Cool. Okay, I got the 4th land. We're holding kill spell.
Play a third Kingfisher. play a third Kingfisher.
Oh my
I want
God.
it to be proven correct.
I know. Okay. Just a body that's fine dying.
It's still only a 1-drop. It still only has 1 toughness, though.
I know, if they draw a card, it explodes. Alright, I think this is gonna be book. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I get to go book. Now lets me attack. Hey, thanks for the bits, power flip check. Okay. So, I would love for them to attack, because it's meaningless. Like, they're on the defense right now. Ninjutsu? I don't know. Okay. That's fine. Maybe they have a sack outlet that they want to do second main. Okay. There's no ninjutsu. That was a... Okay. Well... Let's get in there. Sack outlet, please draw some cards. Return oh my God. Alright.
So they are just...
That was about, that was almost deadly.
Oh, you almost,
Yeah.
During attackers played Oliphant.
Yeah, because I
cycled it.
Yeah, because I was, in my mind, the combat had ended, but had not yet ended. Anyway,
Specifically because you could cycle the Oliphant.
yes. So, next turn, creatures that control the Pulse 1, Pulse 1, and Menace. Yes, yes, yes! Yeah, sure. Let's get your legend off the table. Uh-huh. This must feel off again, because they also get the council's deliberation. Uh-huh. Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, this has to feel truly wretched to play against.
This was like such a hard counter to our opponent. Oh God. Like,
This is a 1 card just turned off that entire blue-black plan.
just gone. Oh, like they could have had a board with all these Kingfishers and they all would have gotten machine gunned down. Like every creature they played had 1 toughness. All right, okay. Well, yeah, that's about how that card plays.
I understand why that's commanding the highest cost out of all the cards in the set.
I think the ring is overtaken it finally, as of the last couple days, but it's still, you know.
Yeah, it's... Oh, well, there he is again.
With an FTK.
Excellent.
Give me a 1 toughness. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Now we talking.
Yeah, I missed that it was an ETB on this
Yep.
game as well. Yeah.
That's definitely like a push, you know? That's a...
Yeah.
Like, if the card didn't have the ETB, like, it would still be,
It
like...
would still be... People would be still probably playing it in Commander. I would say that for sure. Even without that. But, like... Yeah, the fact that it also has the flash... It's ETB and Flash together specifically that makes it real fucked up, I think.
Anyway. I shall carry the ring.
Alright, and now... This motherfucker over here can't be blocked by anything that's,
Yep.
got more than 1 power, huh?
Uh-huh. And also I can go, Orcs.
Oh, buddy, you should definitely tempt yourself again with the ring. You definitely want to do it.
I'm good looting away this haunt, you know? That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nothing, huh?
And then we draw discard, we discard the recursive piece. Actually, these are both recursive, so that's nice. We have multiple easy discards. Alright!
Alright, opponent. What do you got? I think your opponent has nothing.
Your opponent left.
Your opponent probably saw that you played these stupid archers and is like, alright, I'm checking out of this game already.
Yeah, just
I think I'm
gone.
just dead. Yeah.
All right, one moment here. I'm just gonna, and I'm gonna pull up the field here. Well, I want to actually pull up because I've been saying the price stuff, but I actually want to like check what they're currently at here. So prices,
Yeah, that's fair.
Lord of the Rings, tabletop, please. Orcish Bowmasters averaging about 30, and the ring is up to about 40.
Okay. Yep.
So the ring that used to be flipped. The other most expensive cards, they make sense when you think about it. It is Nazgul 6, 8, 4, 3, 9, 5, 2, and like just down the list. They're all like,
yeah, that makes sense.
They're all like 10
It's just
bucks.
because there's a relatively limited relatively limited number of those. Because there's 9 variants.
Because there's 1/9 of the supply of them, effectively.
Yeah.
I think there's even less probably because I think one of them is the inset one, and then the other 8 are.
Yeah.
So, then like below the ring and the Bowmasters, you have Spiteful Banditry, which is at about 13. That's the red X enchantment. Sauron, the Grixis one, is at that same price. Halfling is at about that same price. And then as you go down, they drop a little bit. They're all in packs? Okay. That must just be on here. So within Arena, there's only 1 art in the packs for the Nazguls, and the other 8 you have to like choose to craft or you have to like they're not the ones in the packs. In the packs it's all like 1 art. So that being different in paper makes more sense. As I mentioned at the beginning, I went to go paper draft this instead of stream today, and there were 4 people at the shop, including me. So
yeah,
that was a little sad about that.
That makes sense.
And that was with like another friend. That was like with another friend of mine being there too, and it's like, well, yeah, this kicks ass.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. We're all about that Golem today.
Yeah, this is Golem time. The big thing.
Go ahead and pay $60 for the Golem game on Steam.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
All right.
A halfling's,
Yeah. This ramps no matter what. Oh, we're big ramp gaming. I'm gonna go book. Book gives me access to the biggest possible
body.
orc FTK next turn. If they play a 5
makes
toughness thing, I can just blast it.
4 toughness and a legend. That's a pretty good thing to blast.
Goodbye. This is
That was some serious crushing.
holy
man.
shit.
And like Bowmasters is gonna give that another counter.
Yeah.
Has a target, multiple targets.
We also are menacing on the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's sacrificed. Ah, damn, that's not enough.
Oh shit! Yeah, you sacrifice sagas. I didn't think about that at all.
Mm-hmm. Let me see what we're fighting against. You have 2 cards
Man,
left.
they have to choose to chump the 6/5 or kill Golem and then take 6. Take 8, sorry.
Yeah.
So that means that they have to put 2 in front to chump, right? Like
Yeah, they have to. They can pop a food
They
here.
they can mid-combat pop a food.
Yeah, so also, one of the things about Book is that Book is currently, like, secretly hidden under things. It's not visible now. So, like, remembering the metas, you have to, it's like, that's what that block was, where they're like, oh shit, you know?
Yeah. They thought they were good to just block here, and then realized, no, they're not.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Oh,
makes
oh,
sense.
oh. Food sack. So their final card in hand that we know is Escape, which, sure, whatever. And then one unknown, but they're fighting like a 7/7, so...
They're fighting a 7/7 in quotes.
Yeah, which we could make. It does not care. That's one of the things that makes this card cool for building around. It does not care where the permanents were sacked from. So, like, say you play Barter in Blood, something like that. Each player sacks creatures. This just tanks to, like, no cost, you know?
Force your opponent who has a bunch of treasures out to spend their counter spell on something cheap that you knew would, like, hurt. And rush this guy out for, like, free.
Yep. So they can halfling, block Golem, keep Golem alive, or, like, go to 1. You know, they could use their trick here. However, do you see?
Yep, I certainly see.
I can't do it now. That won't win. Damn it. Ah, okay. Fine. I needed them to, like, take the 7 and then go to 1.
And then you could have done it.
Yeah, would they go to sack?
Yeah.
Anyway, this gets extra damage in, so we're going to do it that way. Golem on death is going to make the Bowmasters into the ring. Good ring bearer. Weird. You know, usually when I draft, the first pick doesn't show up.
Yeah, this is 3 times that it showed up and has been...
Like, in
this
this...
third time, it wasn't the thing that was super powerful, but those first 2...
Yeah. Like, it showed up and it was good, obviously, but, like...
It didn't actually win you the game.
No,
unlike the other 2 times where it solo won you the game.
Yeah, like, this game, we already had, like, our opponent was chump blocking, and, you know, that's not... Huh. I think we can do better. I know that if we draw 1 black, we're on the rest here, but the problem is, like, a 4-drop plus a removal spell is kind of not much. Yeah, I think we mulligan this. Okay, that's better. I'm just going to put bats down because it's the weakest of our 4s we're currently sitting on. Damn. Okay. This is a little expensive, but like...
Yeah, game figured out that, like, okay, sorry, we forgot. Here it is.
Hey, boss. How you doing, boss? Dead? Please tell me they're dead on sight. Like, that's... Nope, a 1 toughness creature, okay. And then a dismember. Or just a disfigure, right? Oh my god! I mean, I get it, yeah?
Your opponent just 2 for halved. You.
Yeah.
Wow.
They had, like, and the thing was, I don't know that they were wrong. You know?
No, I think they were right. That's the thing.
I'm gonna hold back. I can trade for that card, but, like, we're sitting on all these, like, 4s here, and, like, Foray of Orcs wants us to have the army in play, so... Yeah, it sucks. It's very bad for them, but also it's like, you needed to. Yeah, like, they play that, and all of a sudden another, you know...
Yeah, like, they would have been so screwed. Ah.
Okay. I'll walk in with the army here. Yep. Yep, they keep adjusting. I'm fine with this. Creature type is gone. Halfling.
He's a halfling horror, right? Yes.
Yep. Oh, there's some 1/1s. Okay. So now we are on, I think, Gothmog. Sure. Because now this is tempted. That's what I was thinking about just doing the Rohirrim for it. But I think that that's better as our next turn play instead. Because here we can, like, foray as well, and we'll draw, like, 3 off this. Okay, another protector.
What's the name of that? There's another similar red double striking Exile's top 2, well, Exile's top for each time you hit card, and I remember that being, like, vaguely played. This one is like that, but also extends it to all of your guys.
Okay, so this is...
I think he was a shaman, something fire speaker or something like that. There was a 1/2 of memory.
Foray
right.
deals X damage, where X is the army's power. So the fact that this death touches won't matter. They have to chomp. And then we just do this. Like, get a 3/3 off the table. Robber of the Rich. Yeah, they're...
It's not an uncommon card archetype, is what I'm getting at. Hey, Boromir.
Okay.
You just got to swing in with the Marauder this time, and
Yeah.
his untapped tricks would at least give some power to prevent them from being blocked.
Yes. And I'm willing to make that trade. All right. Thank you.
Nice. Is it end of next turn or end of this turn for this one?
End of this turn. You may play that card this turn.
Okay.
Sure, I don't. This is the only time this card is likely to do anything. Okay. That card is not.
Oh, nice Mark Pool Swamp.
Yeah, yeah. So the idea there is that that card's not likely to do anything past this turn, and this is still a 2/2 Death Toucher. So like.
Yep. It was worth it, yeah. Even if it wasn't gonna actually get rid of a card there, it still made the 2/2, and even though you basically just played Hill Ogre, it's Hill Ogre with Death Touch, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Gray Ogre.
Gray Ogre.
I was combining Hill Giant and Gray Ogre together.
I want to go. I think this is just bodies.
4 meta 2/2 a Hill Ogre. True.
Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't have played the land. Mentally, I was thinking that I was just going to 4 and 2, but okay, cool.
Revealed Golem again.
Yeah. Tried eating the snacks on the table. Yeah, yeah. This is a Hearthstone board. I don't know if I've shown that on this one. So once I play Golem there, I can have Golem start Golem Golem to get my
Yeah.
ring.
I was actually just about to say, Golem is interesting because almost every single time they printed this kind of, recursion on a creature, they need to be tapped.
Yeah.
Golem doesn't. Golem just is here.
Yeah.
This is a hand that is difficult to keep.
Yeah, this is not.
This is a hand that's okay. It's not great.
I think I'm just throwing one land back. Keep the double red because we have a double red card. I could throw Nasty End back, but then this hand looks really bad. Ooh, mines. Uh-oh. Coming in hot over there. Well. One good haste deserves another.
That's an extremely good card, I just realized.
Yes.
2 mana 1/1s with haste. It actually gives all of your humans haste if that matters later at a different time. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah, we had one version of that was a 1/1 with haste and a 1/1 without haste. That was Forbidden Friendship, the one with the dino and the human.
Yeah.
So this has goad.
Goad target creature.
Yeah, goad.
Straight up goad. All right.
This draws
The fact
3.
that has goad actually is like, feels like they're actually gonna stick with it. They're just going to allow keywords to be put onto cards.
Okay, we found our land, which is what I wanted. The card I really want to get down here, especially with our opponent missing a land drop, I want to know what I'm fighting, and then that'll also power up the FTK.
It'll power it up to FTK power proper.
Okay.
That's not that bad if that does come in and gets blocked. I mean, I guess it only kills one thing, but it still takes out a token at least. And it's already done part of its work by giving you the ring.
I'm gonna keep the board in my favor. More treasure. Okay. Alright, tell me what you got. What am I fighting against? Smite? The longest text threaten I've ever read? Murder. War Beast. I think in this situation I need to shut off their removal.
I mean, know that they've got a threaten, though. You have to be careful about that.
Yeah, it threatens something that's less or equal to the army they have.
Right.
And it can't grab legends. So I think that means I just need to be, like, careful with what has... Oh, this is... Let me get rid of their unconditional kill spell.
Pick 11 and die.
Yeah, this looks bad. I did not consider fully where my life total was on that, did I? Yeah, okay. That's an interesting one. Because, like, that's a threaten on a 3/3 worth of power as well. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Threaten on a guy that,
Okay.
not even like a below rate, like, guy or threaten either, right? Like...
Mm-hmm. You got it, boss. Played the Marauder. I can just shoot that with Smite. Or I can just make it play my Berserker and get in. And we can fish for a land if we just smite it. Go this route. FTK. Fling. By that I mean Lash or Deal 4. This is a really dangerous creature, so I understand needing to, like, check it. Fear Fire for 2 on the Berserker would be the play. Yeah, that's fine. Edict? Is there an edict in this format? I don't think there's an edict outside of, like, really expensive cards. There's a 6-mana dragon that edicts, for instance. There's a 4-mana each player. Okay, are we killing it on my turn then? What are we doing? Okay. Sure. Yeah, I know I took some time last turn, but that was because I had 4 different lions I wanted to consider. Sure. Okay. By the way, this is all orcs and goblins you control. You got it, boss. Anyway,
I was feeding my cat, and I feel like I've missed at least one game. And you seem to be solidly on the front foot on this one.
things are going decently well here. Are we gonna mill out 14 cards and an opponent on 6? So we're good.
If they were playing blue and they had like a bunch of cards still in hand, there's the non-zero chance, but it was pretty low.
Alright. We had a... we had Marauder on 2, and then a million options of how to play our 3. And we ended up drawing both golems on one turn.
Makes sense. So I feel like if you open a couple of red and black rares, red black seems pretty solid.
Yeah, obviously we've had Bowmasters like 4 times now. I like a lot of our mid-sized stuff and how that's working out. Just like Rohirrim's Size or FTK or Torment are all working out. I don't think the bats are our speed.
Do you have another creature that you can put in at all?
Another rally, something like that.
Could put another rally.
The bats are like the most 24th card, and I'm not super impressed by them, but... Sorry, I'm not super impressed by them in the deck we have, because we aren't, like, treasure food generating very much. Like, I feel like there's definitely decks where this card's, like, wildly strong.
Yeah, not impressed in this deck, specifically.
I'm just gonna put another Raised Dead in. Cool.
Seems alright.
Play the mountain in case we draw.
Don't worry, you're just gonna draw the Bowmasters.
Oh, interesting.
I guess this Urukai Berserker is gonna get saved a lot.
Yeah.
Or Gothmog or whatever. Can't be rid of this guy. I keep seeing him everywhere.
Okay.
Golem won the argument.
Book is my play I like here because the 1/1 is the most efficient trade here. Okay, so they get to attack for 2. Or for 2 toughness for 4. Not 4/2, but... Okay. That's fun. Okay. So Gothmog plus Rally, as we've talked about before, is a fun interaction. Gives us some Death Touch bodies.
What does Gothmog actually grant? Is it creature tokens have
Creature
Death Touch?
tokens you control have Death
That's
Touch.
pretty wildly good. I thought it was armies you control have Death Touch.
Yeah. That's what the one in... There's a card very similar to this in War that was that.
Yeah.
This is...
Transparently the
No
untap,
thanks.
I
Yeah.
think.
No thanks, I'm good.
1/3.
I'm good. So we get Menace on our turn. So if they do have the untap +1/+3 or like that, like this is still fine because this is a menace attack. Yep. So that changes the texture of this pretty significantly.
Yeah, they overlooked that this is a menace thing again.
Yeah.
It appears to be a common thing with this saga.
Yeah, again, because it's not like it's like gone right now. It's not in mind.
Yeah. But people don't have the pictographs memorized, which makes sense. The pictographs are kind of whatever.
So 1 black disfigure? Okay. Sure, you get the ring. We're going with the tapped one because the 1/1 that I left back this 1/1 to make sure that Gollum wasn't able to like free roll.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked. Okay. If you're willing to use
they want to get tempted. I think they just want to get the unblockable on the 2/3.
Grima, okay. I'm gonna do this and attack for 6. So they can crack food, that's why they have. Okay, yeah.
So they're still... Let's leave Wormtongue back. Yeah, there's ways that they're dead next turn.
Yeah. Okay. 4-mana Tempt. All this does is give them a loot ability, which they're going to use because they're holding lands. They can hit us. Yep, loot away the land. Hit us for 2. I'm not going to block that. Okay. Life loss on Grima is 1, and then Amass Orcs 2 on the if it was a legend, which this is, so. I kind of like replaying Gothmog here.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it makes this attack real.
Yeah, that too, because it's now a 1/1 Death Toucher.
Yes. The handing off Death Touch.
Yeah, now they're absolutely forced to block here. They can't not do it.
Yeah, and we get a loot. Oof.
That seems like a way to kill your opponent.
Yeah.
Unless it can only go... Can it go face?
That can
It's
go
a fling,
face.
so okay, good.
Mm-hmm. So they're going to sack their creature, make us lose a life, they get a 2/2, then the 2/2 has to block there. So. 6th land. Top. Okay, Fog, sure. That's just what I'll be sacking then. Haunt. Okay. So I could replay Golem, or I could Desperate Rescue, pick up Berserker, move that. That's probably the move here. I'm gonna move the ring over to Gothmog.
Now we're at full temptation.
Actually, no, I want it on... Yeah, Gothmog's good. Gothmog's fine.
The sack on block thing is what is the thing on step 3. So.
Yeah, and then take 3 is the final step. And
Yep.
if it hits.
Each opponent loses 3 life is what the final step is specifically on combat damage from the ring bearer.
Yep. So the idea here is that I'm doing this sort of like tiny movement to try to push in little pings of damage. Because we have the burn for 4. Okay. This should be game. Because they have 2 blockers. I have 3 attackers.
And a flang to deal 4.
Yeah. Go ahead and... take care of that. And they can, like, sack the Vanguard to deal damage, you know, to make another body, but they can't, like, get 3 blocks. So... well... And...
Burnt out for 4.
Yep. I picked that card specifically because that level of reach lets you just sort of take games. Like, obviously, we play that much differently if we know that we need to deal all, 6 of that life total. But, like, because their life total is secretly 2 for those turns.
You could extend more than you would have otherwise and finish the game faster.
Yeah. Alright.
So what, you're 6-1 with this deck?
6-1.
Is that it?
Yes.
Excellent.
You got a Born in the Year 95 over there. This is fine. Heartfire was this card from War of the Spark. There's a lot of different versions of Fling in other worlds, too, but... Play a 2/1 flyer that draws a card on death? Oh, sack 2 mountains? That's Fire Blast. This is a nice draw. This is a good body to just be able to throw away. If they're holding up a counterspell, they would feel very foolish having to counter this.
Pretty slow start out of her opponent.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe next turn they play Faramir. That's the idea.
That'd be very good. I'd have an answer. Drafting a green and blue deck, and every card that the scries or does something in the scries. That you got like the elf precon, Emily. That's the good stuff. Yeah, like Elrond here scries all the time.
If you scried twice for a second time, tempt to buy the ring.
Yep. Anyway. Shadows scry twice. Okay.
It's another dead creature on their board.
Yeah. Alright. You got it, boss. Sure.
So what? They're going to...
I'm still just killing this and attacking. Like, I'm not gonna mess.
I thought the possibility was they would trade with the the 2/2
Yeah.
and then you just snipe it out, but that's also completely fair. Anyway, your opponent's next play will have 1 toughness.
Sure.
Fucking rest in peace, Gollum, I guess. Lost to legend, never to be seen again. He fell into the mouth of Mount Doom, yelling to this guy his catchphrase, "I'm precious."
Sitting here thinking about what I want to do here. If I want to like just Bowmaster them, or if I want to recur the haunt right now.
Unexpectedly absent.
Yes.
Was that the X one? No,
Yes.
I think unexpectedly absent. Was it? Okay.
leaves play. This is 5 mana bounce my board.
It was 5 mana bounce your board.
I hope this is 5 mana bounce my board. I sorcered that so that they can't, like, counter it on the way down. If they bounced it, they're clearly, like, super worried, right?
Yeah. Cool bird. Here's a cool elephant. Assumedly. You could also, I don't know. You could actually play the haunt, then club them, right? Like
Haunt, I need a
So
legend.
ah, okay, sorry. But you can just club them.
I can just club them. Almost time for Oliphant, but we can just club them. Yeah, the Haunt is when we were talking about the more general recursion creature. This is kind of the thing you see where it's like this comes back tapped,
Yeah.
whereas Golem comes in. It's because Golem like goes back to hand and then is recast.
Yes.
So that was 7-1. This one ended at.
Yes, I'm wise. So this was a particularly well performing draft.
Yeah, Club won almost as many games as the Bowmaster. True. So yeah, this so obviously Bowmaster is like what, like 3 out of those 7 alone. I like how
Bowmaster single-handedly won 2 games, like without needing to play almost anything else. It was really good in 2 other games.
Yep.
Your Marauder won at least 1 game.
Yes.
And was good in another, although that was still a losing game if I remember right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
and then yeah, the club was also extremely good in every game you cast it.
Yeah, and then like you know, Foray of Orcs did its job really well.
The Balrog never came down.
Yeah, we could have played there was the second time the Balrog showed up and I just killed them with a club. We could have post combat played Balrog.
Mm-hmm.
Like that is a play I could have made, which I likely would have. But like having the club meant we didn't have to care. Rally plus Gothmag was pretty fun in the game where that came up.
Man,
weirdly
those
enough,
traitor Riders of Rohirrim are really just like, they're really, really good in Sauron's army, it turns out.
yeah, just having the book did a good job. People didn't recognize the menace the couple times it came down fully, and like this is a pretty nice amount of like power toughness. Disciple of Phoenix, yeah, is the card I think of with this, as you've mentioned, and like I think we played this 3 times and it missed twice, and I didn't care.
Yeah, you still played it.
Like the game where it hit, I lost
info.
anyway because like our opponent's hand was 2 kill spells and a threaten or something like that. You know, like
yeah, and just fundamentally the fact that you get the information and then a 2/2 or +2/2 on something it was good enough in those circumstances.
Yeah. We were really easily able to get the ring up to 3 or 4 in this deck between Rescue, the Berserker, and the Rohirrim. Golem obviously is really good at powering that out. And then we have a number of creatures, like, you know, Marauder obviously is like the strongest possible to carry that, but we have a lot of like just 1/1s that can easily, like, Fireleaper is actually made to be a really good ring bearer. You know, it has...
Yeah, because you don't have to activate it until after blocks have been declared.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't think our top end we ever cast these, but like they did their work as land. Like I think we cycled Oliphant twice.
You casted Oliphant once. You did in fact cast Oliphant once.
Okay.
You almost cycled it, remember?
Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. I almost made the mistake because I thought we were in combat and then it cycled.
Yes.
Then the obvious cards here, Lash, really good. I don't think we ever played Shelov's Ambush, but I think this card's really strong. Because it's a combat trick that says you win the combat, you don't lose your creature, and you gain a food. Because like Death Touch means it kills anything. 2 toughness is enough to hopefully be able to stay alive, and if it isn't, that probably meant the thing you were killing needed to die super hard anyway. And then like one thing I wanted to do that never came up was that we could have ambushed targeting the bow to give the bow Death Touch so that it could shoot up. That was a line I was thinking of, but it just never came up. And yeah, this was easily also an 18 land deck with these two as well. This is, I mean, it's effectively like, 18 land deck with these two. 16 land deck total. But like with this curve, might have been able to get away with going even a little lower. Like cutting out that swamp. The problem is I don't think I had good enough cards to want to put in over the like 16th land,
Yeah, I mean the deck was maybe not as like lean as it could have been, but it was focused enough that you didn't want to muddy it.
Yep. All right. I'm going to quick step away and then be right back for starting up draft 2.
Mm-hmm.